This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, very good morning to all. So in today's session, we need to discuss about advanced JavaScript. This is very important before learning React.js. Any React.js developer have to learn the following concept, guys, right? Let us see. What are the topics we are going to cover? First, let me explain you the concept, then we can go for the one by one discussion. Here, everybody know where const and let keywords. We have three keywords for declaring the variables and how we can use them. What is the difference between them? And when to use where, when to use let, when to use const, we will see here. Okay, this is one concept. Later, we have a concept called class. What is a class? And in the class, we have to know about one more concept called constructor. And one more is going to be this keyword. And finally, we have to know an object. Remember carefully, object. There is an object in JavaScript. The name of the object is object. The name of the object is object. So this object having some of the predefined methods and properties, and everybody should know about these methods. And one more thing I want to tell you, we seen some of the array iteration methods in JavaScript now. That is nothing but map method, and we have one more thing called for each method. And so simply says what I want to tell you. You guys needs to recollect. I don't want to cover this in this concept. So array iteration methods and simply says array iteration methods. I'm telling you these methods are star rated methods. Okay, so without fail, we need to know about these methods. Once again, we have to recollect. We already discussed them in arrays, so you just need to recollect the same, guys. Array iteration methods. So once this iteration method completed, some of the concepts are there that we need to check it. Close. Okay, this is also very important. Let me discuss this after as for the first concept. Functions, variable as a function, and one more is arrow functions. Arrow functions. This is some people will call as a fat arrow functions or functions. Okay, now right, guys. If you want to be good in React, you should know all this following stuff. The 7 concepts I mentioned here, right? So we have to know these concepts, and we can, about closures, right? And async API calls, async, async await, something will be there. So await await calls. Okay, async await calls are something like this. Just we need to know about the concept. I don't know, am I missed any other concept or not? But this is very, very, very important thing, Andy. But okay, you can forget about these two concepts. Don't worry about these two concepts. Okay, but Ajax calls also we will use now. Okay, you have to add the concept here. But I'm telling you, these concepts are going to be very, very, very important, Andy. Okay, now. So without these concepts, I think React, it may not easy for us. Definitely, each and every concept is going to be very, very important while learning React. I don't know if I am missing any other, but you can remind me so we can discuss later. Don't no need to worry about it. Right. So this is all about the thing, Andy. Up to these 8 concepts are very, very important. Later we can add some more concepts if required. Okay, na? Right. This is all done. Now, so let us start with this is the part. This part is not only for learning React people. It is important for React people, and it is important for Angular people. It is important for Node people, and important for Vue.js people also. I mean, if you want to learn any one of the frameworks I mentioned here, these concepts are basics. This is advanced, simply says. JavaScript and advanced JavaScript, something like this I will consider. Okay, right. Let us talk about the first concept, where const let. Now, So these are the concepts. Let me save these concepts in your file. Okay. Let me explain you the concept called let var const. Okay, try to see something you should understand here. LITRALS literals.html. I'm creating a file name like this. You can take any file name here. Okay, what is file name is not the matter here. Here we need to understand the var let and the thing, and var x is equal to 100. I taken something like this. If you can print the value console.log of x, what is the value? Nothing but it is going to log the message 100, and you can go to the bottom and you can see. If you can press F12, I think we can see the value called 100. I think you are able to see the value 100 because there is a variable I declared with the value 100. Now you can see here I am going to take the variable and the same variable where x is equal to I'm taking 200. Now can you guys tell me what is the output of the program if we can execute? Definitely your output is going to be 200. Why 200? Variable. By using var keyword, we can declare the variables, Andy. What is the meaning of variable, Andy? What is the meaning of variable? Variable, nothing but, okay, let me write in separate file so that it is easy to share you. Okay, right. Here you can see variable. What is a variable? Remember, a variable is used to save the value, Andy. We know that. What is the purpose of variable, right? A variable is used to save the value, and this point is important. The value of a variable may change during the program execution, and the value may change. See, what is the point I told you? Here we added the value 100 initially. After that I changed the value or not based on the requirement, based on the calculation, so we can change the value of a variable. This is all. Okay, the value of a variable may change during the program execution. This is done. Okay, what is the next thing here? I have one doubt here. Can you see, all of you try to follow? Can I redeclare the same variable? See, try to see, this is already variable is declared here. Here I am assigning a new value to it. This is okay. This is nothing but changing the value of a variable. Now I'm redeclaring the same variable, and already I defined, I'm defining the same variable again. Then in this point of time, see the difference between the previous one and the current one. This is, you declared the variable one time. After declaring the variable one time, you are changing the value of the variable. That's all. Now what I'm doing, I declared the variable x with 100. I'm redeclaring the variable x with 200, and this is valid. Now you can see you will get the 200, and right? So by using var keyword, we can define the variable. We know that, right? So by using var keyword, we can define the variable, and we know that, right? What we can do exactly, variable. The value of a variable may change during the program execution. We can redeclare the same variable. Same variable. Whatever the variable you have, we can redeclare it by using var keyword. By using var keyword, we don't have any problem here, right? Okay, done. This is variable and var keyword. So I just want to go with var keyword, keyword, var keyword. Okay, this is all. By using var keyword, we can define the variable. The value of a variable may change during the program execution. We can redeclare the same variable by using var keyword. We don't have any problem in the redeclaration. Now I'm going to talk about the const keyword, right? This is the keyword we have to talk about it. So because we know var keyword regularly, we will work with var keyword only. This const keyword and let keyword are introduced in advanced JavaScript only. So var keyword is already available, but this const is available in latest JavaScript. Okay, ECMA. People generally will call this as a ECMAScript. ECMA 2015. Or some people will call it as a ES6 and ES6. People will call like this. This is going to be 2015. Whatever it may be, Andy, don't worry. There is the latest JavaScript. We have ES7, ES8 is also there. Okay, na? From ES6 onwards, these are going to be added. ECMAScript, ECMAScript, ECMA SSCRIPT. That is called ES6 Andy. Okay, na? ECMAScript, or simply I'm calling ES6 only. Okay, na? We have ES7, you know, right? ES7 is there, and lot of concepts are introduced in these versions, guys. ES7, and we have ES8 concepts are also there in the JavaScript. Okay, na? Right. So all the things will be covered. Don't need to worry about it, right? One by one. Okay. So here, const keyword. What is the purpose of const keyword? By using this keyword, by using this keyword, we can define the constant values. We can define the constant values. What is the meaning of constant, Andy? Constant means you know very well, we cannot change the change the value of a constant. We cannot change the value of a constant, and here you can see the value of the variable change during the program execution, but constant value, I told you we cannot write. We will never change, and I won't write the point like this. We will never change. It is impossible to change the constant value. And the same I want to take it here. We can redeclare or not. Now you can see this is very, very important. We cannot redeclare. Already you define the variable now. One time if you can define the constant variable, that is fixed forever throughout the program. You cannot change the value of it. We cannot change the value of a constant, and that is fixed forever. We cannot redeclare the same variable by using const keyword. We cannot redeclare the constants. Simply you can write this. We cannot redeclare the constants. Simply point like this. Now you can see I will show you the thing here. Now this is all the program we seen. Okay, let me do the same scenario by using const keyword so that you will understand. Now I'm going to take the variable const x is equal to some string or anything. You can take any number or string. Now you can see console.log, and I'm going to print the value x. You can see I got 500 because value constant is fixed. I told you, right? Now you can see after declaring the variable x is equal to, I'm making 1000. The same I did in the early for variables also. Now can you see what is the output of the program? Earlier you printed 100, after that you changed the value to 200, you got 200. Now can you imagine what is the output I can get here? X is equal to 500 or x is equal to 1000. I told you already one point here. What is the point I told you? Constant means the value will never change forever, and it will never change. So then how we can change the value? So I told you, right, it is having a fixed value. It will never change, but I'm changing the value. But you can execute it. You are going to get an error, and assignment to, this is the error exactly, assignment to constant. variable. See the error, Andy. This is error is very clear. Assignment to constant variable, Andy. This is the error you guys are getting. Assignment to constant variable. Do you see the error is very clear? I mean, that is a constant, Andy. You cannot change the value of the constant. Assignment is nothing but I'm assigning a value to the constant. This is what exactly I'm doing. I'm assigning a value to the constant, right? The same variable, constant, assignment to constant variable. We cannot change the constant value now. That's why it is not working. So, okay now? Right, I got very clear. The next point here, can I redeclare the constant? Now I'm going to redeclare const, okay now? Const x is equal to, now you can see the same story we did earlier. We got the output 200. Now by using const x is equal to 500, const x is equal to 1000. Can we redeclare the constants? It is highly impossible. Now you can see we cannot redeclare. Now if you can refresh the page, can you see the error is also very clear. Identifier x has already been declared, and the x variable is already declared, but you are redeclaring it, right? So how it is possible? Hmm? How it is possible, guys, here, right? It's not possible, na? Right. Const keyword, exactly the same. By using this keyword, we can define the constant values. Constant means we will never change the value of a constant, and we cannot redeclare the constant. Next one is going to be let keyword. What is the keyword here? Let keyword. What is the let keyword, and here? Okay, we seen constant mean forever. If you want to use a variable and the variable value should never change, then you can go for constant. No, I want to use a variable. The value of the variable may change at any time. Then you can go for var keyword. Then what is this let keyword again then? So now you can see by using this keyword, we can define the variables, and I mean, we can define the same like variables. Now you can see what is this exactly the same point I will tell you. By using let keyword, we can define the variables, and we can define the variables. Mari, what about the var keyword? It is used for defining the variables. Let is also used for defining the variables, but const is used to define the constant variable. That is very clear. Const is very clear, but here you may have confusion about what is let, what is var maybe. Okay, we will get the difference, but you can see this. By using let keyword, we can define the variables, and now remember carefully. Can we redeclare by using the let keyword? Right now you can see we cannot redeclare the variable, we cannot redeclare the variable with the let keyword, and let keyword though we cannot do it. I mean, with the let keyword, with the var keyword we can redeclare, but with the let keyword you cannot define the same variable one more time. It is simply give you an error, and right, we cannot redeclare the variable with let keyword. Then value of the let keyword will be changed, right? The same execution. Now you can write the point. The value of the variable may change during the program execution. You can write the same point here. The value of a variable may change during the program execution. Okay, now, so by using let keyword, we can define the variables. The value of a variable may change during the program execution, right? The value of a variable, if you want, by using the value, the variables which are defined by let keyword may change. Same like, and only thing you observed, we cannot redeclare the same variable by using let keyword. It's look like the only thing. See the differences once again. Just you can recollect the points what we discussed here if possible, so that you will get some clarity. What is a variable and what we did here? Can you see what is exactly this is? If possible, you can recollect it. I'm sending you these points in the chart window. Very important for interviews. They will ask us in interview the differences between these things, Sandy. So you should know about it, right? Okay. So now I just sent you the information in the chart window. Is it done? Oh, what happened? Okay, it's sent, and just you can check the information. Oh, all is came. Okay, right, done. So you can check this. Very important. What are the points I shared you in the chart window? Please try to save somewhere, keep. Okay, now? Right. I think they will be important for interview. Let me save the file also. No problem. Right. Done. Now we seen some scenarios. Right. Next one is, guys, here. Here, okay. We got some differences of let const var. It's not completed. Still, we have to know about it. Right. Remember, I'm writing one more point here in the file. What happened? Oh, it is stuck at 1 minute, guys, here. Just give me a second. Right. Okay. Now you can see here there is a concept. We have to talk about all these three variables only. It's not completed. The variables which are declared by using constant let and d. Said, let's try to see here. I'm not taking where the variables which are declared by using constant let keywords, let keyword are by default block scope అండి. What is this word? Block scope. ఇది మనకి maybe sorry, you may not get the things very clear. What is the word I written here? I think you may not maybe some confusion here, but I am telling you this is very very important. That's why I added some stars there. Okay, now the variables which are declared by using constant let keyword are by default available in block scope, or by default block scope, and that's all. Not available, by default they're in the block scope. Now you have a big question, sir, what is meant by block scope? Okay, you know block of code, I think we discussed it somewhere in JavaScript starting of the sessions maybe. Now you can see, now generally if you can write some code in the curly bracket, we know that this is called block of code. Block of code. Now you can see I declared a variable and where x is equal to 100. Okay, now this is declared in the block, inside the block. Now I'm coming out of the block. I'm trying to access the variable x and a. I'm trying to access the variable x. Now if you can refresh, can you see you're getting 1000 now? Okay, this is very clear. Var keyword is global and in a file, if you can declare a variable as var, you can access wherever you want. You can access wherever you want. That is var keyword. But unfortunately, const let not like that, right? So if they defined in the block scope, now we can see, I just want to tell you they are in the block scope. Now you can see I'm defining the variable const x is equal to 1000. Now can we see where we printed the value outside of the block? Okay, because it's a global scope. Now by using const, where is const is declared, and the const is declared inside the block. What I'm telling you, my point here, the variables which are declared using const and let keyword are by default block scope, are by default block scope. Remember, we cannot access them outside of a block, outside of a block and block block. It is not possible. That's what we want to see now. Now you can see, now I'm going to try to access the const variable. You can see there is an error. X is not defined. X is defined. Where it is defined? It is defined inside a block. But if it is a var, we can access it because you are using const keyword, so that you cannot access them, Andy. Okay, now? Right. Now I'm going with the same, Andy. Let me keep this into comment. I'm going with the same with the let keyword. Let x is equal to 1000. Now you can check this. Still, this is also going to give you same error. X is not defined. Why x is not defined? Because let and const are available in the block scope only. If you can declare let const variable within the block, you have to use them within that block only. You cannot access them outside. That's my point is very clear. I mean, so one more point, but where can be accessed wherever you want. But the variables which are declared by using let and const keyword are by default block scope. We cannot access them outside of a block, anything. So I mean, you know, what is the meaning of block, and it may be followed by for loop, right? The block of code will be followed by for loop. For example, if you're defining a variable in the for loop, can we access outside? Variable, okay, but const let keywords are accessed outside? No. You can take a function also here. Now we know that this is all about the block scope. Now function add, you have some variables in the function. Can we access outside? No, because they're in the block scope. Now you can take a for loop or while loop, if statement, whatever it may be. If they are in the block scope, we cannot access outside. No, simply says, guys, this is what exactly the concept of where, const and let. I want to tell you one more scenario here. Try to see. We cannot access outside. If the variable, simply you can try to see if the variables that declared by using let and const, if it is inside the curly bracket, they cannot access outside. Okay, this simply you have to remember. Now I'm telling you one more point. Let us take a function, some function I'm taking, function add and day. Okay, na? Function add. In this, I'm defining a variable x is equal to some value 100. Const, I'm taking something, const city equal to Hyderabad, Hyderabad, Hyderabad. And you can take let keyword, let um, price is equal to 500 or something like this I'm taking. Okay, whatever it may be, we taken these values. But tell me one thing, where these variables are declared? Inside the block scope only, inside the block scope. Can you please tell me, if I print console.log of x is defined by using where keyword, so can I get the value of the x or not? This is my thing. So can I get the value x or not? Definitely you cannot access constantly, you cannot access city, and you cannot access price only. Why? Because they are inside the block scope. But where is inside the block scope, but the variable is declared by using where keyword. Now you can see you cannot get any output, you cannot get any output. What is the reason? I told you, you may have a question here. Sir, you told me where keyword is a global. If you can declare wherever you want, you can access them. I told you. But what is happening, sir? Why I am not able to access the variable x? Okay, you are unable to access the variable x. Now let me check this. Can I able to access the city? No. Definitely you cannot access city and price. Why? Because they are the block scope by default. But what about the where keyword, Andy? But remember one point here, whatever the variable, whatever the variable you guys are declaring inside a function, whatever the variable you guys are declaring inside a function, by default they are all local variables to the function. Remember, this point is very important. Whatever the variables we are declaring inside a function, by default they are local variables, right? The variables which are declared inside a function, the variables, whatever the variable it may be, the variables which are declared inside a function, we cannot access them outside, Andy. We cannot access them outside. If the variable is declared inside a function, you cannot access them outside of a function. The scope of the variables is within the function only. You cannot access them outside. That variable may be var keyword, but where is that is declared? Here, the important point you need to remember, where is global? Okay, let and const are the block scope. Okay, that's not a problem. But the thing is here, you need to remember where you declare that is important. So now you can see the variables, whatever the variables you have here, now you can see I'm removing them, I'm keeping them outside, Andy. If you can keep them outside, then what is going to be happen, all these three variables are global, Andy. Wherever you want, you can access them. The thing is here, where you are declaring. If you declared any variable inside a function, that is local. You cannot access the local variables outside of a function. If you can declare outside of a function, definitely that is going to be, now you can see I want to access all the variables in the function, Andy. X. Now you can go with the city and you can go with the price. Okay, you can just go with the price, something like this. If you can call the function add, now you can see all the values we can get 100 Hyderabad, and all the values you are able to get it, right? Yes, this is what you guys needs to check it, guys. Very important thing. The place where you are declaring the variables is very, very important, right? So simply says, guys, here generally you can declare constant let. Generally, let keyword is mostly used in the block scope. Right, I will tell you one more scenario for better clarity here. Try to see. So now you can see I'm going to write the for loop and okay, right, for loop. In the for loop, I just want to take the, generally we will declare the variable where I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, whatever it may be. Sorry, I less than or equal to 5 and I plus plus and this is what we know generally. Right. So if you can print console.log of I, what is the value of it, Andy? It is in the block only, right? These are all in the block scope only. Now, if we can refresh, we can see the values 1 to 5. Okay, now see, once loop has been completed, finally, I am printing one more time I and D. After loop has been completely done, what is the value of I here? Anybody please tell me. The value of I is going to be 6 and D. Now you can check this. 6 is also printed. 6, you may have a question, why 6, sir? Remember carefully, Andy, when this condition becomes false, when this condition becomes false, after condition becomes false, you will exit the loop na. At the time, what is the value of I? Value of I is 6, Andy, not 5. Remember carefully, first time I na. So now I will tell you quickly, try to see. Right, so now you can take it as a 1 less than 5 condition true, and you know what is the meaning of it? I equal to I plus 1. Exactly, I mean 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 means 2. I value overrides with the 2. 2 less than 5 condition true, and this is going to be 2 plus 1. It will becomes 3. Like this loop is iterating. 3 less than 5 condition true, block printed. Now 3 plus 1, it is 4. Now I value 4, and 4 less than 5 condition true, and printed block is printed, and 4 plus 1 5. Now you can see, now I value 4. 5 less than or equal to 5 condition true and D condition true, it will go here. 5 plus 1, now it is 6 and it will come here. Now 6 6 less than or equal to 5 at the, now this condition is false now. If condition false, we know that loop will be terminated. At this point of time, what is the value in the block? Okay, I value is 5. If condition at the time of 6 less than or equal to 5, condition false. If condition false, this block will never executed. But I value is 6 now. We can able to access the value of the I outside of the block also. Remember carefully, this is the variable where I you declared in the for loop. But I am able to access here now, right? This is the variable you declared here that I am able to access here. Now you can see I will do the same one more time. Try to observe these things clear. Now you can check this. What I am going to do, you can check this. This is all 1 to 6. So this is after loop only. This is after loop. So before loop, you have 5 values. That's very clear. Okay. Otherwise, let us write one small thing, console.log, without having any confusion. This is after loop. That's why I written something like this is the loop. Loop has been completely done. We have the value 6. Now you can see, now I'm taking the variable with a let and a. Let I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, and you can see now here you will get a 1 to 5. But what is the output after the loop, Andy? Can I get the value I here? See, I told you let keyword is available within the block scope only. Can we access this? Because of the where keyword earlier, we are able to access the value and we are able to see 6 here. But can I access this here outside of the loop? No, Andy. Now you can see you have an error here. What is the error here you are having? Exactly, I is not defined. So that is a local variable, Andy. Now it is a simply says that is a local to the block, simply says block scope. Definitely you cannot use const, Andy. You cannot use const for the loop iteration. First of all, it is giving error assignment to see what, why you cannot avoid, you cannot use constant here. Constant means the value will never change now, but how can we use the constant here? So always While loop iterations, you can use either var keyword or let keyword. In the loop iteration, you will never use const keyword because const means fixed value. So what I want to tell you, if you can use let keyword, the where is the variable you declared, I variable declared, that is available to this block scope only, you cannot access outside. But if you can take this var keyword, now you can check this, the things will be works for us. So your choice, where you want to use let keyword, where you want to use var keyword, that is your choice. Generally, maximum of the functions when we are creating and functions add in real time, in this function, if I want to take any variable, I will always use let keyword. I will always use let keyword. Generally, some people will say let is used for declaring the local variables. Oh, C and D, you can use any keyword for declaring the variables, but try to understand the scopes of these variables. That is very, very important. That is what exactly they are available in the block scope. What exactly these are, guys, here? Yes, this is what exactly the thing. Okay, right. This is very clear, guys, here. Try to understand what exactly the things are going to be done. Okay, now, right. So the next concept, guys, we need to discuss about variable as a function. Okay, and fat arrow syntaxes that we need to discuss, that I will discuss maybe on Monday. Okay, right. Any doubts you have, please carry on.